Where did that come from?
That was over there.
Oh yeah? I feel like we're going crazy.
This is so unreal.
Hello and welcome! This is Bex and Sean, and this is Ghost Dimension.
Family, we've been sat
Family.
here all bloody day waiting to speak to you. All day. Where have you been? Where have you
Honestly,
been?
where have you been?
Unbelievable. Should we say hello? It starts at Cindy Pinky for us,
Hey,
and Debbie
Cindy.
Divider,
Hey, Debbie Divider.
and Claire Pope, Lisa Jenna,
Lisa Jenna.
Smeggedy Pooter Pants,
Make the poo pants.
and she's going on holiday. And who else have we got
First
today?
time on a plane.
Yes, on a poo plane. Joanne
She's gotta
DeGlue.
be jumping up and down.
Oh, she will.
Hey,
She'll be bouncing the
Fluffy.
crackers. And ask Google.
Dan,
Ghost
hey,
Dimension app.
Dan.
Exactly. Ask Google. Exactly. And we have a question in first of all, so we'll stop the show in a second. Is the music still going?
James.
It is. We'll come back to your question in a minute, James. What was your favourite piece of equipment? But we'll put you on the board
Thank you very much.
and on the wheel for tomorrow, James. For tomorrow. Unbelievable. And you might see me poo stickers. Right. Let's have a look. Posh Boy Gavin. Who else have we got in? Reaper. Yoda. Charlene.
Sure.
Hey, who else have we got in tonight? Let's have a looky down the list. Claire Davis is in. Mark Poole is here. Joanne Garnet. She's always bloody
Jo.
late, isn't she?
Hello,
Always
Jo.
bloody late. Let's have a looky down the list. We also got, let's take a look. Oh, hello. Where did that just go? Let's have a look. Let's try and do that again. We also got She's tries in the ass. And she is in the ass. We also got Steve Hall. Steve Hall's in. And Heather Armstrong is in. And
Hey,
I'm sure Heather Armstrong. Heather. We've also got the demon in. Unbelievable. We have indeed. And Sam Louise Summers,
Hey,
man.
demon.
And
Hey,
Ev
Sam.
as well.
Hey,
Hello
Ev.
to you and anybody that we've missed. Tonight is Paranormal Q and A. Ask us
Q&A,
anything you'd like to about the show, and we will try and tell you as much as we can. But the first question was at the top
James.
there, wasn't it? It was James Parker.
Is your favourite equipment?
Piece of equipment.
Send and love, peace.
Peace, man, peace. Favorite piece of equipment. My favorite piece of equipment would be the laser trigger. Laser trigger, I'd say.
Do you know what? That's turning into my favourite piece of equipment, James. It's the laser trigger, because you can't fault the laser trigger because you're not nowhere near the laser trigger, and you can just put it down and you can go up among your go and do your investigation, and then you can hear the kettle and you're like, okay, turns it round to that. So yeah, it's one of my favourites as well. Oh, look who it is. It's Callum.
Callum says you need to speak up. She can't hear a word you're saying, he said. Absolutely. Speak
But
up,
you know
man.
what? Sometimes I don't want to shout.
Speak like this to
Do you know
Callum.
what? Everything. I'm going to take a photo right now, actually. I'm going to take a photo.
Hey, don't take a
right
photo.
now.
Don't take a
Watch.
photo.
Look, everything.
Don't. She's just turned the mic so
Yeah.
it's pointing to me.
'Cause
Unbelievable.
Is always pointing
Right,
towards
let's
Sean.
well, we'll put another mic tomorrow there for you. Right, let's
I
have.
said this to him
Oh,
probably
behave
about a
yourself.
month and a half ago. I said, I can't shout over your voice.
Steve
Hey,
Hall has
Steve.
a question. He says, when did you both first see a ghost? Well, Steve, it's in the book.
In the book?
If you become an official Ghost Dimension member on the channel over here on YouTube, then you'll know, man. It's in the book and we send it for free. Absolutely, we do. We send it in
It's
for free.
actually cheaper signing up to become
a part of the family
a
than it is
pure
to
Ghost
buy-
Dimension member than it is buying the book, Steve. So if you do
But we'll
that,
tell you.
it'll all be there.
It was when my experience was when I was younger, in bed, and I woke up and there was a ghost person stroking the dog at the end of my bed.
Yeah, similar story for me.
What was it? Similar story for you.
Similar story for me.
You see, so what we'll do, Steve, because Callum's deaf, we'll hold it like this tonight.
No, babe. Callum's not deaf. I've watched the shows back, and you just can't hear me at all unless I really shout.
There you go, babe.
And I don't really want to shout
There you go.
because I'm not a shouty person.
So let's have a look down the list, Steve. We've put a link there if you wanted to
Thanks,
come on and
Callum.
ask us a question
No
as
one
well.
ever sticks up for me. It's
Hey,
always Sean,
behave
Sean,
yourself.
Sean, Sean.
Right, Callum, sorry, there's the link if you want to come and ask us a question.
Yeah.
And you can come on live.
Come on, live.
What Smeggy the Pooder Pants, you've got a place on the board, by the way, and a place on the wheel for tomorrow. And she says, and he'll call you a he then, she says, what has been your most interesting investigation so far?
Oh, so far.
You go first,
Look what you started, Callum.
Callum's fault.
My most interesting one would have to be where were the stairs? Was it not
Stairs everywhere, babe.
no, when me, you and Dave and Jay were doing the portal, and those voices were mimicking us
It was
through the
the
portal.
Tivoli Theatre.
Tivoli Theatre. I mean, it was a good place, don't get me wrong, it was a good place, but it ramped it up, and it was really interesting, because we've never, ever had that in the whole, 10 years
No.
we've investigated somewhere. We've never had a spirit come through in one of those devices, like the portal, and mimic. And we were saying, weren't we? I think Dave said something, and it mimicked him. And so we said, it's mimicking,
Yes.
it's mimicking us. So we asked to speak like Sean, so it spoke like Sean, and it was really, really interesting, and I'll never ever forget that, because it is one of the things that always sticks out, like the whatever it was mimicking, or could mimic us. What about you?
I liked
Beat that.
the House of the Devil in Gran
You
Canaria.
always say the House of the
And
Why was it interesting though?
Because it was warm. But I also like, if you're on about investigation, I also liked Alton Orangery, because we caught something walking through the laser trigger, and for me that is an amazing piece of evidence.
That was fantastic. And we took it to people, and they just weren't interested.
Exactly.
Because they wanted to see a flying chair across the room.
Right, Linny Poo, hello to you
Are
as
you
well.
seriously going to hold that all night?
Yes, so Callum can hear you. Right, let's have a look down. Master Yoda, he says,
Hey, Yoda.
He was in the west coast of Scotland, covered in 100 piles of poo. He says, I'm tired now, absolutely tired, he says. Right, Eva says, what is the worst places best and worst places you've been? Well, there's never really been a worse place.
No, because you can always make something. I mean, we have had one place, and I can't even remember what it was. But we didn't even edit it, did we? There was one place we went to, and it was just there was nothing there.
But that's it.
And we
really.
thought, you know what? There's nothing there. It doesn't go in as a show. We just didn't edit it. But I can't remember. I can't even remember the name now. It was a very, very, very long time ago.
Some of the best places would be most of the places we've been to.
Yeah.
Because every one of them is different. Every one of them has got different levels of activity.
But Newsham was very, very good. Very
It
good.
was. Panda Feet, hello to you. She's in the house. And Sam Louise Summers, where's your fave place that you won't forget?
Gran Canaria.
Gran Canaria because of the heat.
We called it, Sam. We called Gran Canaria with the House of the Devil, and the other one, we called it a Walladay. A work
We
slash
did.
holiday. We called it a Walladay. Me, Sean, Paul and Jane. We called it a Walladay because it was fantastic.
And Posh Brother of the Gav says, if you had to choose either East Drive or Gran Canaria,
to investigate again.
easy one.
Gran
Easy
Canaria.
peasy. Have you seen the weather outside? Let's have a look.
It was fantastic, and I honestly don't think we portrayed it as fantastic as it actually was, but it was amazing. If we could have taken you to Gran Canaria, to the House of the Devil, we really would, because it was one of those feelings that you'll never ever
got a
leave.
feeling.
It'll never leave you, because it was terrifying but amazing at the
It
same
was.
time.
What countries would you like to investigate?
I'd like
This
to
is
do.
Dan.
I'd like to do the US, and I'd like to do. Is it not Lanzarote? Was it? Wasn't Portugal? Was it? Where was where Gustavo was saying?
Oh, it was
It wasn't Portugal, was it?
Lanzarote.
Was it Lanzarote?
No, it was
No.
Portugal. It was Portugal.
With the big
It
asylum.
was Portugal.
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 There's some big asylums there, and our friends over that way, they were saying you have to go here,
yeah.
and we were like, okay.
Absolutely.
So yeah, definitely the US though, because we were going to do that last year, we couldn't.
Kimmy, hello to you.
Hi,
or
Kim.
Frazzy.
Francie.
Lovely orange says,
was
Garrett, get yourself
fantastic.
out there hopefully
Yeah,
one day.
yeah.
Demon, thank you for the love in the eyes, Demon. You got love in the eyes and love in the heart on that wheel you have, my friend.
Yes, it's the wheel tomorrow at 4:00.
If
Still
you,
time.
oh, well, look at that. If Joanne Declouf says, if you could investigate with anyone, who would you pick? Ghost family. Oh. Oh. We wouldn't pick anybody. I wouldn't pick anybody. I
It would
would.
have to be somebody famous, wouldn't it? Somebody famous and dead. Elvis. Totally Elvis. Yeah. Elvis, man.
I would.
Yeah.
I would pick Robbie Williams. I think it'd be a ball. Because he's into UFOs and aliens.
Seriously.
He's into UFOs and aliens.
Seriously.
He's into UFO and aliens.
Who had the richer life?
Hey, listen. Steve!
Robbie
Alex and
Williams.
Steve. Well,
If you are watching Robbie Williams, I do love you, but
Robbie, you're free to come on any
I'd more
investigation.
rather do an investigation with Elvis.
Hey, absolutely. There is never a worse place, just unique. Exactly.
That's it, yeah.
exactly,
It's just
yeah.
unique. Sometimes we can go to places and we can get a little bit of something and we'll go, wasn't feeling that one. But it was not bad because we had that experience there as well. So it wasn't, there's never a worse place.
Crazy Ev says, what was so I guess, what was the most horrible feeling you have ever felt? Oh, I don't know. You get to pick up on spirits and the senses around you. And there's not a place, but you just get to feel sometimes that some things aren't nice when they're around. And I would say some of the feelings of some of the darker entities were
That's
probably a
not
bit
nice.
weird, man.
I know there was one time when the feeling was awful, and it was in Drakelow Tunnels with Past Hunters with Derek, and it was me, Sean, and Derek, and there was somebody else. Don't know if I think it might be Dave. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
And we were all it was like a boiler section of the tunnels.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a door. And it was locked, and this door was locked, and it was heavy, and it was locked all night. And then we were just about to wrap up, the time was going over. Oh, look at you, little mister, look at you covering my face, just seeing your own face.
Nobody knows what's going on.
He doesn't like watching looking
No,
at me.
I'm doing something on purpose, because
Um,
look, if you do this, the eyes go down. If you do that, the eyes go down. Go on.
And so yeah, it was there was like pig noises in it, and the door at the end the door opened, and we were all like, "How did the door open?" And there was like pig noises and jangling of keys and grunts and movements and like clearing of the throat. And even Derek said, "You know what? This is not good. We need to get out." And none of us could remember the way out.
None of us.
We were stuck.
We were knackered.
We were stuck in the tunnels, and it wasn't a very nice feeling at all.
Jenna Saunders, come on down.
Hello, Jenna.
And Walladay is up there with Nicergeist.
Yay.
Exactly, Nicergeist, exactly. I remember that one. How many times do you use the Periscope
Thanks,
equipment? Melly, as often as we can, really, but depending on energy. So we'll use it if we feel like the energy is a bit weak and we need to try and build up and use more equipment to try and sense spirits because it's quite sensitive. So if we're feeling that it maybe is not as active in a certain area, we will take the Periscope in and see if we get a response from the spirits when we're in there, won't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nice little piece of equipment, the Periscope.
What's the best capture you caught on camera?
Oh, do you know what, Cindy? It's something small for me. It's the orangery. It's the
Orangery.
leaf. Because you can't explain that. Ghosts, movements, spirits.
Breaking the
you
beam.
can sort of explain the bangs, the knocks, all this. You can put the leaf disappearing. I think we
Proper
need to get
weird.
that footage out and just sort of
Try and
spread
get
it
it, yeah.
around again. It was some of the best footage we've ever caught, and it was on a lock-off camera.
It was
And
good.
you just can't explain where this leaf went. And it wasn't windy that night.
It
either.
was proper spooky, Cindy.
Proper spooky.
Demon, will you ever come to Inverness?
Of course. Stephen.
Come to your house, Demon, and we'll have a
course.
brew.
As long as you put the kettle on. And it's peppermint tea and honey, please.
And coffee for me, please.
Coffee.
Claire says, would you ever do the Moviescape?
Again. I
Yes.
didn't do this, so I would
we
like
would
to
like
do
to
it.
do it for Ghost Dimension Normal Series. See,
Yeah.
that should hopefully happen at some point.
Yes.
So definitely. Out of all of the equipment, which one would you leave in the house?
Ooh, I like that one. That turns it up on its head, doesn't it? I like that. I think for me, it would be
The funny shaped crystal with a hot dog and 2 crackers.
Oh,
it's
Joe,
hard,
you've
isn't
put
it?
me on the spot.
But the
man.
thing is, we tailor it to each location, don't we?
Do you know what? I've got one. The temperature gun.
Oh yeah,
Temperature
yes.
gun. I'd leave that one.
Robbie Williams.
Really?
Really?
I know,
Indeedy, Linny
I
Poo.
know.
Indeedy. Absolutely.
Lynn, I know.
This
This is what I have to live with.
He loves angels too. Exactly.
I like
from-
angels, and I like Robbie Williams. Really like Robbie Williams, but I'd like to do a ghost hunt with Elvis.
Shirley Ann, have you ever been physically attacked in a malicious way? It had a lasting.
Yes,
No, I've
yes.
not. But
Not sort of, not where it's been like I've been gone to the floor or anything. But we were in, Newsham, and the next morning I woke up and I didn't really feel it in Newsham. I just said, "Oh, my legs are sore. Must have been standing up." And I kid you not, in the next day I had a bruise this size on my leg, and it was massive, and it went right round, and I was like, wow. And then we had a lot more people getting in touch saying, "Oh my God, I've got bruises on me." And we were like, "Sorry, we don't know what happened."
Joanne says she'd like Robbie Williams as well.
Oh, Cluffy.
Absolutely,
Cluffy.
Cluffy. Rob is in the
Hey,
house,
Rob.
and he says, would you have the girls follow your footsteps in the paranormal?
No.
No.
I want them to
Do what they wanna
I
do.
want them to be to do whatever they want. The world's their oyster. I always say you can do anything you want. You've got it all. So no, I wouldn't want them to follow.
When you're
'Cause
dead,
sometimes it's scary as well.
when you're
I
dead,
want
do
them to
you
be scared.
think you'll try to communicate with the living?
Yes, I will. I know there's a few family members in my family that we had like a code word, and we always laughed and joked and said, look, if I say this code, if you go to a medium and the medium says they're saying this word, I know it's you.
Yeah.
So I definitely trying to communicate with the living. I'd poke you all when you're asleep.
Master Yoda, what was that?
That's the Yoda.
It was a poo, you dirty boy, Master Yoda, you dirty sausage, but we love you. First poo of the day, second poo of the day, third poo of the day, both. Dan the man, what has been the funniest moment you guys have ever done during a lone investigation?
During an investigation.
Oh, ever done during an investigation? Oh, Dan, we have a lot of laughs on set, but some of it can be a bit naughty. So it's I don't know if we could tell you on here.
I think a lot of it was the naughtiest we've ever been was on Past Hunter Days.
Yeah, and we can't tell you.
And a lot of it was Sean standing there with the paper rolled up like this in his hand. You know, the script, the running order and stuff. And he was standing there saying, "We need to get on. Come on, stop having a laugh." And we'd just laugh, look at him, and it'd make us laugh even more.
There we go.
It was very serious back then.
What is the feeling you get in your stomach? You know when you need a good poo, Joanne?
It's like
I'm only
do you know the
joking.
feeling of dread, especially
Yeah.
when you're thinking, "Oh my God, I'm stuck." It's the feeling of dread. I think it makes you.
It does,
feel
doesn't
sick.
it? Yeah. Everybody experiences different feelings as well.
Totally,
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Where is Dave Hart now, and what is he doing with himself?
Probably having a cup of tea.
He's at home having a cup of tea with his missus. And but in all seriousness,
having a cup of tea,
He's having
handy.
a cup of tea. He's at home, but he's doing other things in a minute. He's doing other things.
Yeah.
So we have invited him back on, haven't we? And if he wants to come on, he will do. But he's busy man at the minute. But he's my cousin as well. So he'll be back soon. Let's have a look.
We
Who was
did
Dave
like
Hart?
Dave, didn't Dave Hart? Dave
Early
Hart was
on in the
past
series,
unto days and early
series
Ghost
1 and
Dimension,
2, I
yeah.
think.
And plus, he's Sean's cousin. So is Jay. They're all family.
I can't even
was nice.
think of what to ask, so I'm just going to chill out and watch. Although I think you should make a button just for Sean saying Gran Canaria. Gran Canaria.
Gran Canaria.
Thank you.
Hey, Callum, you could just slip in the odd chip bar. Could if you stuck for what to?
Callum, you're a very
Just so we
naughty
could
boy.
see you.
What if the kids...
Seriously, you're gonna hold that all night?
Hello. What if the kids want to become ghost hunters? Would you encourage them to
I wouldn't
join
encourage them. I know it's really bad because if they really wanted to do it, obviously you'd have to let them. But I wouldn't encourage them because I get scared sometimes. Like sometimes we come home from a location and I am scared to go to bed. And I wouldn't want that for them because you don't want them to be scared, do you? You don't want your kids to be scared. So no, I wouldn't encourage it. I'd be like, go be a YouTube star.
Would you ever go back to Pendle Hill?
I've not been.
I wouldn't because the
like
car
witches?
broke down, didn't it? And it cost a fortune.
Yeah.
But I'm not too into that stuff. But maybe one day, you never know, might send Bex. There we go.
Imagine me getting my car stuck up there. You wouldn't get it down the hill.
Would you ever both come down to Chroma Pier Theatre to investigate?
Chroma Pier Theatre. We always used to go. I used to go when I was a kid, and I miss it. And I would love to come down, just for old time's sake as well, just for memories.
And
I
she
would love
says you'd be welcome round for a Cooper.
Well, I hope so.
Thank you,
And some
Smeggity
food,
Poo
please,
Pants.
and some cake.
Yes.
Everything.
Hey, and make sure you have a dressing gown on.
Oh yeah.
Would you ever investigate the site of the old Coronation Street set? Now, I think we've mentioned this before.
I would
So
love to.
we was asked to do it by Coronation Street production,
Yeah.
but then they were turning it into the set,
Yeah.
and they then lent it out. So I think it's been knocked down now anyway.
It has, yeah.
But they were renting it out then as a tourist
Walk around.
venue, and
Yeah.
they didn't want kids to get scared, and that's the honest truth. That's it. As simple
we were,
as it was.
We were this close, Gavin. We were this close, and I was so excited. And nearly peed me pants.
You could go to
I would love
Graceland's,
to.
but if you want
I would
Elvis.
love to. I follow Graceland's the Instagram thing, and I love watching the pictures. Fantastic.
Sean and Bex, how many times do you use the singing bowl?
I like to use it, Kim, on every single show, investigation, or even down to the if your house is feeling a little bit, too active. You can use the singing bowl not just to entice spirits, but to calm an atmosphere as well. So I like the singing bowl. It's one of my favourites.
Let's have a look down it. Ant and Dec, Stephen Mullen or Vernon Kay? Now, because it's dead easy for me, that is Vernon Kay.
Vernon Kay. I was going to say
It's
the same.
because I've met
so
Stephen Mullen
nice.
and he's a really nice guy. He's like gears off screen, on screen. Ant and Dec, not too keen on Ant. And I've seen him in a
Dec's
different
lovely.
light
Dec's
off screen now.
Dec's lovely.
And Vernon Kay's really, really
Vernon
nice.
Kay is so nice, and he tells some funny stories.
Absolutely. Oh, good, guys. Lovely to see ya.
Hey,
And
Uncle Gaza. I hope you're feeling well, Uncle Gaza.
yes, and if you're going to visit Demon to Inverness, you best come to Little Yoda.
I don't know about that.
Absolutely.
You'll just be throwing poo at us, Yoda. Wheeling round in your wheelchair. Have that!
What that you win, the code word is genius, Bex. His idea is a genius, absolutely. We've done that one, Ev, which is the worst and scariest one. Thank you. We're just gonna go on. If I do skip it, it's because we answered it earlier. So I'm just having a nosy. Why, in comparison to traditional sciences in psychology, disapproving the possibility of the paranormal? Oh, right. See, this is a good question, right? And she's just Googled it, okay? So, right, the reason that sciences disapprove of the possibility of different phenomena is because we're always on a learning path, aren't we?
Yeah,
Science
aye.
always science always continues to evolve, and then we find something new that we didn't know existed before. We talk about different dimensions in science, and if we were to go back maybe 20 years, we would say that was a load of crap. But now these things are possibly real, and we're constantly learning. So
That's
people in science, unless it's in front of them, don't understand it. But then we go to space and we learn something new. You know, we learn something new every year, every month, until it's been studied inside and out. And I don't think they're going to pump a load of money into it, to be honest. But it is, I think, more dimensional anyway. But yeah, it's because we're always learning in science. And ESP, you know, same thing.
I totally agree, yeah.
Let's have a looky down a listy.
Chip bomb.
Chip bomb. Wow. What's this? What's an amazing. When you got bruised, did you not feel it happening at the time?
No. I remember at one point in the night show, and we were sitting down by a table. Don't know if we were doing a Ouija board or table tipping, something to do with the table. And I kept saying, "Oh, my legs are a bit sore. I think it's because I've walked too much. Up Newsham, down Newsham, up and down the stairs." And I always wear heels, as you all know. And I just put it down to that. And all I could remember was saying that night, "My legs are a bit sore." And then I woke up the next day, and it was massive. I have a picture somewhere. I do have a picture somewhere. And I think I put it on a past Hunter's site, the Facebook page.
I can't remember.
And it was massive. It was.
Uncle Gas says, have you ever investigated we have no activity? We were just saying before, just maybe just the one place, but we can't remember the name of it.
Days,
but a lot of places, they always have activity. What have we got?
Don't want to put... That's why you guys see a lot of activity on the shows that go up, because we just cut the boring stuff out and we put all the good stuff in.
What's happened?
You don't want to miss it.
What's the best advice that Derek gave you guys? It's... but do what you're doing, and if you're enjoying it, continue.
Yeah, always be true to you as well.
Absolutely. There you go.
And Gwen gave us some good advice as well. You need to grow a thick skin. And we said we did.
Have you ever had contact with either of your family?
I would say yeah, I have.
I've not, but I've not got many people that have passed. So I've not yet. But good question, Rob. Good question. And Cindy Pinky,
Love.
thank you for the big love heart. You got a big love there and a big place on the wheel. For tomorrow, Cindy Winky. For tomorrow. Unbelievable. Let's have a look down the list. If you come up here, I could speak to my sister about you staying on the site.
Oh, I like that,
Thank you, Damon. That's
like
a good
that.
idea. Absolutely. Do you have any funny stories about Derek?
We do, but we can't divulge.
Can't go on there
We
with
can't divulge. We can never, ever, ever speak about them.
I'm glad
Wouldn't be fair.
I'm glad you're amazed. Sorry, I'm reading two things at once. I'm glad you're fine.
Good. As long as you're good.
Oh my God, Sean, you amaze me. I googled that.
Well
and
done,
well
and
done.
thank you for the
Did you
answer.
Google? Did she Google it?
She said underneath.
Unbelievable. Oh, I tell you. Do you believe that time travel exists?
Yes. I
Oh,
do.
do you?
I totally believe it exists.
No, I don't, Cheryl. I think
do.
it's interdimensional.
Do you know what? I believe it exists, but I believe we don't know anything. I believe the small people don't know anything about it. I believe it's all kept behind closed doors, just like aliens is. And I believe it exists. I really do.
Brother Dancers, what advice would you give someone looking, someone like me, as a first-time investigator in the paranormal world?
Just be you, Dan. I mean, if you don't want to buy a lot of equipment at the start, just go in as you. I mean, you're the perfect tool to investigate. You know, all you have to take with you is
It's
a
just you.
blindfold as well.
Yeah, if you don't have to stay there.
Go in and you can blindfold yourself. You can listen with your ears and touch and smell and everything. You are a tool.
You are a tool. You heard it here first. I'm only joking.
You are a piece of equipment, if you like.
Are you still keen to investigate the I'm a Celeb Castle? Possibly at
I'd
some
like
point.
that. Yeah, I would like
it's
that.
only down the road.
I do like I'm a Celeb.
Do you want to come to mine and have cake and cuppa? Of
Yes,
course,
please,
absolutely. Would you both go back to East Drive again?
I would, because I was pregnant at the time, so I couldn't properly do it.
Yeah,
I would
maybe
like
at
to
one
go back.
point,
Yeah.
absolutely, because it was active, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it
Was. Thank you, Smeggy the Pooter Pants.
Thank
You got a
you,
place on a board and
Mel.
a place on wheel, you dirty bird, but we love you. If you could come up with another... if you could team up with another paranormal team, who would you choose?
I would choose Dave Hart's team.
Yeah, that's it.
Keeping it in the family.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah, that's who I'd
Believable.
choose. Because the other paranormal groups out there, some of them are not very nice
one
when
v-
you meet them.
We've stayed out of it for a very long time because there's a lot.
We have.
You see, we're a good family here, and they're not very nice outside. So a lot of them are nice. Don't get me wrong, but they're very bitchy.
I'm not naming any places, not naming any names, but me, Sean, and Paul went, and he didn't speak to us all night.
He invited us as guests. I can tell you know what? Of course we can.
No,
he invited
don't
us
do
as
that.
guests,
That's not
right? And then walked past us, right?
Didn't speak
And
to us.
ignored us
We were
as we
ignored
arrived.
the whole entire
and we're
night.
like, is that the right person that's invited us as guests? And like,
Well, I didn't
yeah.
know, you see.
And I was like, oh, this
they-
is a
they,
great start. And then it was so, you know what?
ignored us.
We went home.
He ignored us, so
Yeah.
after a little bit, because everybody liked the fact that we were there, so we did
Yeah,
stay.
so we stayed for that, and then
for
we
the
got
public.
off afterwards.
And then we said, well, we're
Just
getting
thought,
off now
do
because
you know
he's
what?
just not spoke to us.
It just
all
made us
night.
feel awkward. It did.
And we went in, and they were looking at a dog on the SLS. They had the SLS. We looked at a dog, and I went, "Oh, is there a dog in here?" And he just looked at me like I was stupid because they were like, "Stroke the dog, just stroke the dog," looking away from the SLS over there. And I was like, "Oh, is there a dog in here?"
Oh, we should.
And he turned and looked at me as if I was stupid. I said to these two, I said, "I'm going home." I had my own car. I thought, I'm going home.
Do you know
We
what?
all went, I'm going home.
And that's why we stay clear of them because they don't like each other,
Yeah,
and we
they
don't like to
don't.
get involved in that. We
So
like to
it'd
stay
definitely be
positive.
Dave's group.
They're competitive. Do you? Yeah, so that's why we're not a ghost group. People sometimes say we are, but we're definitely not. We go out there, investigate. We're Ghost Dimension. Did you say you might go ghost hunting in the States? Yes,
definitely,
indeed,
definitely,
Pinky
definitely
Poo
someday.
Pie.
There's
Absolutely.
quite a few places, different random places as well. Definitely like to go.
Oh, Rob says I've heard that when cleansing or clearing a house with sage, you need to open all the windows to let them out. I usually do not. What is your take?
I do. I do
you
this,
do.
Rob. I do this. I get the sage and then I go round. But I also say a prayer in my head. And it doesn't have to be the Lord's Prayer. And like, just be a prayer to cleanse it and to make you feel good. And then I go around. I do open the windows. And I also use a singing bowl. What about you? You don't cleanse. I
No,
do.
because I sanitize before I go in.
Pulling teeth.
Can you upload an outtake show? Calam just one in the. No, I don't know if there is. I'm sure actually.
I would love to do that.
We started making one. I will find out where it
would love to
is.
do it,
I'll
'cause
find out where it is.
We've had so many funny times. Well, sure, not simple.
I'll find out where it is. Thank you,
Thanks,
Garrett.
Joe.
She said. You're number one.
You're
no,
number
honestly,
one.
it's you
Thanks.
guys
No,
that are
you're
number
number
one, not
one.
us.
You're
But you got
number
pace on the board, Garrett. Unbelievable.
And a wheel.
And a wheel
Pace on a
spin.
wheel.
You got a spin of the wheel. Let's have a looky down the listy. Oops, Daisy. There we go. Me, dirty bird, cheeky sausage, brother Sean. Holy joking, smacking her pooner pants. I love you, really. Yes, it is a terrible thing. Absolutely, it's jealousy stuff. That's why we don't get involved in it. And you might notice why a lot of paranormal teams don't speak to us or communicate about us because
very jealous.
they know we keep away from it, and we've made it quite clear over the years.
There was one time when Sean got us onto, I think it was Showcase. Was it
yeah,
Showcase?
it was Showcase when we first
And
ever
then
did anything.
there was a team that were like slagging us off and doing all blah blah blah. And then this team, when we got onto Showcase, PM'd Sean and said, "Hiya mate, just wondering, how did you get? What steps did you take to
No.
get onto?"
So that was. I'll tell you what it was. When we
Don't name
when we
names.
sold past hunters to Fox.
It was that,
right?
yeah.
We did that on our own backs, yeah. And
It
anyway,
was Cans helped.
no, it didn't. I phoned
You
Fox.
had people though,
That
didn't
was
you?
before Cans.
Right,
I
okay.
phoned Fox and did this deal.
Because you knew people,
Yeah.
and then other people didn't have those contacts.
That's right, yeah. So I phoned Fox and did that, right? And then this guy messaged me out of the blue and said, "Oh, I do it, blah, blah, blah." I thought, oh, that's unusual. And he goes, "Just out of interest, do you mind sharing how you got onto the Fox channel and your contacts?" It's like,
No.
yeah, right. See you later.
No.
That's why you were saying hello.
It was hard work.
Yeah,
And it
absolutely.
was years of hard work as well. So no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you still keep in touch with all the mediums you have on the show?
No.
Like Kim Bart, I liked
They're all
her. She was
loco.
lovely.
They're all loco.
No, we don't. We're not. We still speak to them if they contact us, but we're so busy. We just don't message them like directly and say how you're getting on.
We don't message a lot.
We message because we're so busy after the show. So
we never.
You know,
I never sit on my phone messaging.
I probably catch Lee a couple of times a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it. But no, we don't. But we're not. We still speak to them. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we only speak to Bear on a Tuesday if we can, or maybe sometimes before. We're so chocker.
Yeah, and especially now.
Yeah. I've not been on for a while. My
wife
had our son
Liam.
Liam. Oh, congratulations!
I'm doing great. Oh my god.
That's really good. Absolutely.
Congratulations, Steve. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And Liam. Beautiful name.
So, if you go into the States, is the family going with you?
Yes.
Of course you can. Absolutely.
No.
It's not about this family.
No.
Oh, do kids? Yes.
Our family.
I thought we're leaving them
Did
at
you
home.
forget about you had kids? I think you forgot you had kids.
I thought we were leaving them at home.
No.
Because Pinky was going to babysit.
No.
Right. Would you work with Flecky in the future? Yeah. Flecky's really nice.
I've
as
never
well.
met
You've
Flecky
not
and
met
I
him,
would
have
like
you?
to meet him. He sounds like a really, really cool dude.
Yeah, absolutely. A blooper reel. Absolutely.
It would be fantastic, wouldn't it? We've had some fantastic... There was one funny episode when Gary Fields, we were upstairs in a bedroom, and he said, the kids are singing Ring a Ring a Roses, and they're going Ring a Ring a Roses, and we just couldn't keep a straight face. Me
Because
and
of
you
the say
were,
ways,
we were
was
so
it?
poorly that night, but it was really funny.
You did ever make a commercial with the spirits?
Conversation?
Conversation.
Or...
So we try to, if it's conversation, use the equipment to get intelligent responses a lot of the time, if that's what you're thinking. So I think that means conversation. We try to use the equipment to do a conversation. Not yet managed to have a full-on face-to-face with one. If we do, however, I'm telling you, we'll let you know first. No, you're number one. Bex, question for you. How'd you put up with Sean? Kloofy.
She asked me, not you. Oh, it's so hard. I'm so tired.
Behave yourself.
Can we send another one? I think he's broke.
What is the favourite crystal that you use? I'll show you.
Oh, he's going to get the
No, I'm not.
Will I Am
Is this
crystal,
one?
isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, Will I Am. He's looking for the Will I Am.
It's this crystal.
And then what's in your other hand?
Nothing in there except for what Kloofy sent me the other day. Unbelievable. I'm only joking.
I still like my favourite on the earth crystal is rose quartz. Still love it. Absolutely love rose quartz.
And thank you.
I know it doesn't protect, but I still love
Well,
it.
I shave on all their channels. Thank you
I thought
very
you
much.
said I shave. I thought it was Rob saying
It's
I
not
shave. I
normal.
didn't realise it was Joe.
Sean
Thank you very
cleanses
much.
by having a poop before the investigation.
That's
Oh,
right.
I
That
do.
is right.
The blooper must include Sean eating that chili. Oh, I tell you. When you finish all the season 2 episodes, will it be on Amazon Prime? Yeah, of course, yeah. That's not our main go-to place, though, but it will definitely be there.
I
Absolutely.
didn't put Mel on the board.
Put Melif on board, okay?
Because you were faffing with your Will I Am.
Hey, where's your first location in the States you want to visit? Bear's house. Yeah, bro.
Do you know what? There's 2 places for me. One would be San Francisco, because it houses the jail.
Yes.
What is it called? The jail.
Oh, I got a big yawn. Joe, I
Are you
yawned.
yawning?
Do you know why we yawned? Not because he questioned Pinky, because I've been up all
You
night.
tell me off all the time. I yawn all the time, guys, and it's not because I'm bored. It's because I've got thyroid problems, and I yawn all the time. I can
Bloody
sleep
Pinky's
anytime.
question. No,
What's it called? The jail in San Francisco.
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. I would like to do that as an investigation, because I walked around there when I went to 1996 and it was good. And then there's one in New York. It's a theatre in New York.
New York.
Amsterdam.
New
Really good.
York.
Good backstory.
We had
to that
a whole thing lined up, didn't we? Which we tell you all the time. So we'll sort it.
did, yeah.
Beth, hello to you.
Hey, Beth.
Slim, hello to you. Absolutely.
Hey, Slim.
Have you ever run out of a property because it was so evil?
Do you know what? I did nearly run out of Woolton. The first ever time we did it, because I hated going
it was
upstairs
freaky,
to the
wasn't it?
Masons' room.
It
So I
was.
was like, no, I'm not doing that ever again. And then they took me back for Halloween. Yep.
Yes, I had to block an ex-member on my socials as this person was trying to badmouth you on both. So I stuck up for you, put them straight. Oh, that's nice of you. Thank you. And then got blocked. Grr, jealousy. Don't worry about it. Absolutely. The family is the best deal.
When was this, Shirl?
But now you know, Shirl. I'm dead nosy. You'll have to let me know what it was.
And when was it?
Don't
when
know.
was it?
Well, you're dead nosy now. You'll have to let us know what it was. Right, let's have a look. Question from Steve. Steve!
The hot dogger.
Hot dog.
Hot dogger.
Bex, question for you. How did it feel when you were possessed by the Mary Queen of Scots in the Past Hunters episode at Sudbury Castle? Can you remember anything, or did you know her spirit had taken over you?
The run-up to being possessed, channeled, was really weird because I felt sick and I kept saying off camera as well, I kept saying I feel sick, guys, I feel sick. Well, what could that be? And I think Derek knew what was going to happen, or had an inkling, because he kept saying, you know, whatever happens, happens. I'm here, we're all here to look after you. And then I said I wanted to sit down, I think, and then what it felt like was it was pins and needles from the feet up, and it felt like I was being paralysed from the waist down. And it wasn't a very nice feeling to feel that. But the head thing, it felt like it was foggy. It just felt like a muggy head where you don't really remember things. But it was confusing. It was really disorientated, especially when I woke up from whatever it was, the channeling or whatever. I just thought, why are you all looking at me? And I had snot dribbling down my nose.
Don't know about that, babe.
I was like, what have you been doing to me? I've got snot and everything. So it was really confusing. Really confusing when I woke up.
Callum, he's got...
Oh, I actually have a question.
Call on.
Do you believe spirits can affect and change the weather?
Oh, do you think it's a coincidence?
Or do you think it's... I think it may be a coincidence.
But I'll tell you what, if they do, they're horrible, aren't they, making it rain all the time?
I think it's the government affecting the weather.
Let's not go there. Brother Sean, I did notice on YouTube that season 4, episode 14 and 15 are not there. That's because we've not put them out yet. All right, Smeggy, that's because we're not putting them out yet. We're saving them.
But we love you,
We do love you.
Smell.
Unbelievable. You'll notice on our playlist is not all of them are not there for series 4 because we're not finished putting them up there yet. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's have a look down the listy. Will he go to Zach Baggins' museum?
No.
No. Just because you have to pay to go in, don't you, with tight asses?
I just wouldn't want to go.
It's not our side of the thing, is it?
It's not my thing.
Let's have a look here.
I like museums,
Look.
but not Zach Baggins.
No, rewind that. You can't say that. Yeah.
I like museums.
You like Zach Baggins?
I like Zach Baggins.
There we go. I can't wait.
I didn't say I didn't like him.
You did. Let's have a look.
I said that I'd like museums,
Did
but
you?
not Zach
Baggins'
Baggins'
museum. Unbelievable.
Just didn't end the sentence properly.
Put the mic down. Callum! Unbelievable. Let's have a look. Oh, sorry, here was a question.
He literally has held it the whole show, Callum.
Where do you get the crystals from, Bex and Sean? From the Ghost Dimension shop.
We
Link
dig them
is
up,
in the
Kim.
comments.
Dig them up from the soil.
And we put
And then we dust them up.
We don't. No, so we source them from different people. So actually, bizarrely, I know that a lot of people like the stuff that Kerry was selling is from China.
Yes.
So not all of it is. So I don't want to get told off for that. But we source a lot of it from local people in this area.
In the area, we like to sort of small businesses as well.
We like
to look after
give
small
back,
businesses.
yeah. So we like because we don't. Plus, if you wait for China, it takes forever, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Right? But we try to buy from people in the area, whether or not they buy
So
from
we
China,
can sort of
I don't
collect
know.
as well.
But yeah, we try and buy it from them, so it does cost us a bit more, but it doesn't matter, does it? It's the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a looky down the listy. Let's see what's going on here.
Have you got your phone?
No.
Oh,
I haven't, have I? I've not got
she
it.
sent you it who it was on WhatsApp.
I sent you the other day, it was on WhatsApp. Oh, Shell.
We're going to swear
Didn't
then.
see it. What's the funniest thing that Paul has ever done off screen and on screen?
Farted.
He's very grumpy.
He's not.
He's
very
very grumpy.
Do you know what? He's not grumpy. He's just Paul. And if you know Paul, he's just Paul. He just acts like Paul, and he's not grumpy. And he's not. He's not happy.
Not grumpy.
But Jane, when Jane's there, She wants.
Oh, she's funny.
She wants. It was just the
She's
other day,
funny.
actually. It was the investigation over the water. Not over the water. Was it over the water? It was over the water. It was that one. And she was messing with him. She got massive nails, Jane. She was messing with his head like this, and she scratched him. These scratch marks all down. Remember that?
Yeah, he went
Wasn't
mad,
a happy
didn't he?
bunny.
No, I'm mad.
But us three were laughing until we wee-weed a little bit.
See, the thing about Paul is he's not. You do
He
stuff.
doesn't get his 5 a day.
You got so you got to do stuff to him. So like we told you before in the car when we're driving the car, he falls asleep. So we point our heaters at him, full blast,
In the
and
sunshine.
and we make sure he's sweating by the time we get to location.
Do you know what he does though? He puts his shades on and he does this. So you can't see him sleeping.
And he thinks he's Jason Statham.
He does think he's Jason
You heard it here first. Sure, be going to make exactly. Damn right.
Yeah. That's it. That's
will
it,
he-
Rob.
will he-
All the time.
Oh, yeah. Will he go to Winchester House? Maybe.
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 Yeah, maybe.
Too
Maybe.
dark, that one. I'm only joking. Of course we will,
Maybe,
Shirley.
yeah.
If we got offered to, absolutely. Demon. I would love to wear the jacket, but I don't want to get dirty.
No.
Don't get it dirty. Absolutely. Sean, would you like to go? I would like to go see the real Robert the Doll. I think I'd swap it out
I
for my
wouldn't.
one.
You'd swap it out for your one, then I'd give it to you, Joe.
Kat, hello to you.
Hey, Kat.
And Cindy Pinky, thank you for your smiley, farty pussycat. You got a pussycat on the board and a pussy. Don't you go there. A pussycat on the wheel. Do you know the backstory? Oh, you dirty bird. As to why Robert the Doll and your Bobby has the line, do you know what? I read all about it, right? And I can't quite remember at this moment at the time why he does. And I totally forgot because I remember when what? I can't remember. And the truth is I've forgotten because it was a while ago. When Bear was sending it, I was like, we've got to have a bit more of a read on this. What is the location that you've screamed? What are you laughing at?
Thank you very much, Cindy, for your smiling, farting pussycat.
What is the location where you've screamed the loudest?
Oh, early days, wasn't it? When we were green to ghost hunting, so we were screaming at everything.
Hat green.
What was that one which is, it was a big building and it's gone now. It's been taken down. What was that one?
Oh, the block.
The block.
The block in Burton-on-Trent.
Block. That
Yeah.
was scary, guys.
Yeah.
That was where we all ended. He ended up on my lap.
Yes.
That one.
Absolutely.
That was very, very scary. And Cornfield Hall as well. That was really scary. What
It
now?
was.
What now?
Oh, I'm just laughing at myself now, you know what I mean? I've no idea. Well, lost the plot, haven't we?
What you
lost
said
the plot.
before?
Yeah. Oh, dear me. Here's what it is. There we go. The bedroom, that's the location. There we go. It is
The bed
indeed. So listen, that's brought us to the
End
end
of
of
the
tonight's
show.
show. I don't think there's any more questions on there. But thank you for tuning in tonight and asking questions.
Everybody's
I
laughing
like
at the same thing.
they are. I like
Another blooper there.
Oh, unbelievable. I love
Do you
answering
remember,
the questions.
do you
I'm just going to have
remember-
a look for something while he's speaking.
Do you remember last year and Sean got the word clip mixed up? And what were you saying? Can you remember? Can anybody remember what he was actually saying? He was
clip.
saying something about a clip. And he said something else. Do you remember?
I do.
What do you remember?
I'm just looking for the Ghost
Do you-
Dimension trailer now. Hold on.
Do you
there it is.
remember the conversation he was saying about
I
it?
can't send you clips in for Friday night show.
Oh yeah, it must have been something like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Send clips.
Clips.
And he said he said the T instead.
Oh, Rob just says here, what's the saddest place to see go that's been teared down? Every place,
It
every
was, yeah.
place that gets teared down is sad.
Yeah.
Just found out like tonight actually that the guy that's been managing Woolton Hall has no longer got management of it.
Really?
Yeah, so there's no more Woolton Hall, so you think, oh, that's going to go down to the ground, isn't it, as well? But yeah, so yeah, absolutely.
Gavin, I remember.
Yeah, I see. But listen, guys, it's brought us to the end of tonight's show. We will be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. We love you all. We do
We
indeed.
do. And we will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. UK time.
So whatever you do, behave yourselves.
Never be here.
Sleep well. Sleep
Always
tight.
be naughty.
I like the show before you go. And thank you, Beth, putting a ghost on my
Thanks,
face.
Beth.
Unbelievable.
Just cover him up, guys.
Like the show before you go, and later on give us a comment, and we'll see you tomorrow at 4. Sleep tight. Good night.
Never be good.
Hello?
Leave it.
Wrong bloody
Just
button.
leave it.
Who's that? Who's there?
No way, no way.
He's behind you.
Quick, 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 quick.
I'm a paranoid.
Just for you, Joanne Garnet, a little whisper before we go.
Hey. Night-night, folks. Don't let the bedbugs bite. See you in the morning.
Dirty birds.
He has to ruin it, doesn't he? He has to always have
Shh,
the
bit
last
whispering.
laugh
Bit
and the last
whispering.
word. Love you guys. Oh, demon!
Demons took a
Poo.
poo. Unbelievable. Demon took
With
a poo.
sound effects as well, demon. Very nice.
Come on, Cindy. That was 4 p.m. Very quickly.
Yes, indeed.
Tomorrow.
Investigator, I just want to communicate with you. Tell us who you are.
Why are you haunting these people?
Where did that come from?
That was over there.
Oh, yeah? I feel like we're going crazy.
This is so unreal.